O Great Spirit, O Infinite Lord of Stillness, fill us with thy presence. O ye powers that be, come forth and bless us with thy presence. Ancestors, ancestors of all of the lines that we have chosen, namaste. O ye beings of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, namaste. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Teshwarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Satguru Shariji Namaha. Om Shri Goswami Kriyanandaji Namaha. Most beloved and precious Ishtatevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, we ask thee to be fully present with us today, that we might be fully present with thee today. Send forth thy blessings at this moment. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Namaste. Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday meditation, our Sunday Sangha. Welcome. Once upon a yogi time, there was a woman. She was a human living upon the earth. And she was very devout. She went every day to the temple. She took her incense and made her offerings of incense and flowers and water. Now, where she lived, the temple was filled with Buddhas. Hey, some of you have been to places like this upon the earth where there are hundreds of Buddhas in the temple. Quite remarkable. She was human, and she had a little personality flaw. She was kind of a little stingy, and she wanted to be sure that her Lord knew that the offerings were from her. And every day she went, and when she lit the incense went all over the temple, And she didn't like that. She could put the water in front of her Buddha and the flowers in front of her Buddha, but the incense spread, and all the other Buddhas got to smell the incense. You might say, as it should be. And so she went home and very carefully crafted, out of a lot of work, crafted a cone. And the cone, when she went to the temple every day, she would bring the cone and she would place it above her incense. She had a little stand and everything so that the incense went right up her cone and right up to her Buddha. Oh, it didn't take too many days of this before the monks noticed something was different about the Buddha. And they watched, who's doing this, what's going on. And the head monk finally comes down and he sees that the Buddha's nose is all black. It's just covered with soot. The face is starting to get covered, the chin's covered. The rest of the Buddha is gold, but all the other Buddhas are gold. But her Buddha had turned sooty face, a face of soot. So he waited and he sees her, he says, I was looking for you today. And she said, oh, I was looking for you. I have a request to make of you. And before he can say anything at all, she says, yes, I need a prayer request. I need a prayer request. Okay, that's fine. What do you need? I need you to say some prayers just for me. Just for me. I want to make sure that they do not include anybody else. Those prayers can go nowhere else. They must be for me and my intentions. I don't have the power to do that, I'm afraid. I can say the prayers, I can offer them for you, but I cannot control who else receives the blessing of the prayers. Well, look at what I did for my Buddha. Can't you see the incense is going up to my Buddha? I can control what happens with the incense. Why can't you control what happens with the prayers? I'm sorry, it's not the way it works. All right, can you do this? Can you pray? Allow the prayers to go any place except my enemy. I don't want my enemy to get any benefit of any of the prayers that I'm giving you a love offering for. I don't have the power to do that. Don't you understand? You are a part of all of this. If I pray for you, everyone has the benefit. If you offer the incense, everyone has the benefit. And when you try to be selfish, look at what has happened to your Buddha. Look, just take a gander, look. And for the first time, the woman looked up and saw that her beautiful Buddha was covered with ash, with soot from the incense. She was very unhappy, very unhappy. And she did not like what the monk had to say. And she said, if you can't do it just for me, there's not enough. You have to be able to do it just for me, not for everybody else. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. For you are a part of this great and wondrous life that we are all a part of. You are a part of this. Take down your cone. Take down your barriers. And change your consciousness. Change your thinking. Change your thinking. Change your thinking. So it is no longer about me, my, but it is about life. I don't know what the woman did. What do you think? What do you think she did? Did she take down the cone? Did she let him pray for her, knowing that the prayers could be sprinkled for others too? I don't know. But did you ever feel like her? Did you ever feel that you had to have just for you, and that the benefits could not go to anyone else? Maybe even a little bit. What's the remedy for that? And there is a remedy. There is a remedy for this. But first, my beloved, you must know this. Listen carefully. You have worked long and hard, many, many, many incarnations for the blessing of incarnating upon the earth. you have worked many incarnations for this great blessing of incarnating upon the earth. You have worked many incarnations for the blessing of incarnating here upon the earth within this form of life and within this human body form that you are in. You have brought this great blessing to yourself. Mama didn't give it to you. Papa didn't give it to you. God didn't give it to you. Guru didn't give it to you. Your friends didn't give it to you. You brought it to yourself. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that you chose to come down to this earth plane. Why? Because it's a plane of existence in which you have free will, in which you have the capacity to soften your karma, to change and soften your karma. You have that capacity. Wow. And it's not had in the other planes of reality, the other planes of existence. If you went up to the plane of the deities, that's wonderful. But you're trapped in the plane of the deities. You have a very limited amount of what can be done. If you're trapped in the day, if you go to the palaces, very, very, very heavy, the lower planes of existence, like walking through lead, literally hanging on to you all the time. Very little capacity to do anything. But you have come here. And so, it's not saying, well, mom brought me here, dad brought me here. No. You chose them. You chose to come. And so here we are. Here you are. Here I am. What can we do to vivify this experience? What can we do that will make this experience more meaningful to us, more fruitful for us? It begins very easily, very simply. It begins by your awareness that you have chosen to be here. We're going to have a meditation in just a few minutes, which will help you perhaps to see what I'm talking about. Now, you can say, well, boy, there sure are a lot of times where it's very hard to be here. The karma is difficult. I have difficult karma that is more difficult than everybody else's. I don't know. I don't think that's true. Certainly not true for me. I hope not true for you. I hope that feeling state is not true for you. But to feel one with the reality, to feel one with life, we must begin very simply, very, very simply, with an act, a Kriya, of acceptance, saying, I am one with this. Many years ago on retreat, my guru said to the disciples, it was just for disciples, all of the good karma in your life comes through other humans. And I meditated about that for a long time. Then he modified it a little bit and said, all the good karma in your life comes through others, not necessarily other humans, but others. And I heard, and I meditated and meditated and meditated. What does that mean to you? What it meant to me is, wow, if that's true, I better be kinder and nicer and more compassionate and more welcome and more loving and more open to others. If all the goodness in my life comes from others, I have to open myself to receive that, to be able to receive that. And so we're going to today, I'm going to lead you in a meditation, which I hope will open your hearts, open your consciousness, and allow you to see the blessings, the great, great blessings of being here upon the earth. The great blessings that you have received in your life will allow you to see them and to receive them. Now, the word gratitude is used in English a lot. And I think that the title of today's teaching was the Supreme Gratitude. But rather than using words, I'd like you to feel that supreme gratitude. I'd like you to feel what it is to feel it, to experience it, to know it, so that you can take that feeling and bring it into your everyday life and live with it and continue to vivify it. And so let us go meditate together. I'd like you to just move your shoulders a little bit, kind of rotate them back, rotate them to the front. And if you can, take the right hand and kind of just raise it above the shoulder a little bit, just gently, stretching lightly. Bring it down. And take the left shoulder and raise it above to the ceiling if you can, just gently, and then let it down. So you've stretched just a little bit. And then watch your breath for a few moments. Now, if you will, turn your head to the left with the resurrection breath, exhaling twice. And bring the head back to the center. Use the sipping breath to draw the energy from the limbs to the trunk. From the trunk, use a sipping breath to draw the energy to the spinal column. From the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you. And sweeping to the left, encase your body in golden light. And do this 3 times. And expand this golden light. And now ascend upward. Ascend above the room you are in. of the building. Ascend above the continent, above the planet. Ascend as high as you are able. Ascending to the high place. Find your comfortable meditation spot. Begin to watch your breath. Focus your attention on the third eye, your Ajna chakra. Now in your mind's eye, your eye becomes a large three-dimensional screen. And see yourself deciding to be born onto the earth. Choosing your mother, choosing your father, feel the gratitude for these souls, that they enabled your incarnation. Their personalities matter not. They enabled you to incarnate in human form. Focus first on Mother, for she is the beginning. Focus on the process she brought you into the world, into the earth, onto the earth plane. And see in your mind's eyes all that Mother did for you when you came into the earth. She fed you. You were clothed. Were cared for as best as possible. Perhaps not by Mother, by another who loved you. See yourself receiving the care to allow your body to grow, to be nourished. See Father and the care that He provided to you. You are in the high place. You can see in the great distance here. You can hold the feeling states coming to your mind's eye. You are loved and supported. And feel your heart open with gratitude. You've learned to walk. You've learned to speak. You've learned to read. To communicate. Feel yourself filled with gratitude. The heart is opening. The mind is opening. In your mind's eye, allow all of those who have taught you through the years to come into your mind. All of your teachers. Those who taught you to communicate, to read, to write. See their images coming to your mind's eye. Those who taught you to draw, to paint, to tap into the universal creativity. All of your teachers, including those souls who taught you through irritating your personality, or who taught you when you allowed your personality to be irritated. See them in Namaste. Now in your mind's eye, see your life at this moment. Do not open the physical eyes. Focus only on the mind's eye. See all of those who have made it possible for us to be here at this moment. Those who built the room you were in. Oh. Those who created the material for the room you were in. Those who built the roads that the material traveled on. Those who built the trucks that carried the material to the store, those who built the parts of the trucks, who put the trucks together, who built the roads, who built the material for the roads, those who built the store, and all of the parts needed to create the store, to bring together the screws and the nails and the bolts, the paint, the hammers, the tools that were needed to create this room that you are in. See all these souls out in front of you. The paint supplies, those who created the paint supplies, who drove them to the store. Allow your mind to see the chair you're sitting on, and all of those who made it possible for that chair to come to you, for that chair to be created. The soul who picked up the seed and planted it so the tree might grow to become the wood that is shaped the seat that you are sitting upon. The water next to you, in the glass, the goblet. Those who found the source of the water, who brought it to you. If it came through the faucet, those who created the pipes, who laid the pipes to the water source itself, who laid and created all of the parts needed to bring that running water to you. Feel your feet upon the ground. Be aware of those souls who built the building that you are in, who built the floors, who covered the floors with tile or carpet or wood, and the souls who found the material for the floors, who created it, who brought it to you. The light bulbs that you have in your room, see the person who invented the electricity, the inventor of the bulbs of light that you are currently using. Person who figured out how to wire the house for electricity. The person who wired your home, your building, for electricity. who put the switches in. The makers of the switches, the makers of the wire, the transporters of the switches, the transporters of the wire, the transporters of the screws, the people who built the screws, who created them for you, who took them to the store, who sold them to the builder in the store. These small, small things. In front of you, the view is becoming full. You are sitting now at this moment in a place where I hope there's comfort, a roof, heat or air conditioning, whatever you need, a way to heat or cool the body. Bring to mind all of those who made it possible, the people who trained the HVAC technicians, people who built the cars, the trucks that they drove to your home to install and maintain. In your mind's eye, see your home. See where you are at this moment. And walk around the room mentally. Walk around the room that you are sitting in. And bring to your mind's eye all of those souls who helped you to create this beautiful space that you are living in at this moment. Open your heart and feel, isn't this amazing? Isn't this wonderful? For you, all of these other souls have come together and put in their time, their talents, their skills to enable you to be in the place that you are at this moment. Imagine, think for a moment, we are all scattered in different parts of the world, and yet someone's created the technology that is allowing us to be together at this moment. Whatever technology you are using, we can be together, we can see each other because of them. Focusing your attention at the sun center. The roads, all the roads that have been paved to bring your life the ease you have. It is not true of all places. See the airplanes and all of the parts of the airplanes and all of those who worked to build the airplanes, to fly the airplanes, to build the airports, to transport the goods to the stores so that you might have ease. And in your mind's eye now, see a piece of your favorite fruit. See where it is grown, the farmer who nourished the fruit, who planted it, who cultivated, who harvested, who used its skill, his or her skill, their skill, to bring this beautiful fruit to you. The tree itself which grew, the bush itself which grew. My beloved, look, see all of the efforts of all of these souls, hundreds and hundreds of thousands, to make this moment possible. Holding your attention at the sun center, mentally, sharpen your mind's eye. See them. Bow to them with gratitude. Because of them, your life is good. Because of them, at this moment, we are meditating together. Remember the teachers. Remember all of those who taught you to bring your mind into a single point. Om Gam Om 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 Om. Keep your mind at this attention. And now let us join. There are many, many, many more whom we have not thought of, whom we have not thanked. For just a moment, be with your eyes closed in the room that you are, and all of the things that have brought you ease and comfort. See those things. Breathe the beauty from those things. And let the gratitude fill every cell of your being. And now let us use the Om Shanti mantra, sending forth Shanti, sending forth that deep, deep peace to all of those, to all of the others whose labor, whose efforts have improved your lives, all of those who you do not know by name, you do not know by face, but who have made a difference in your ease, in your comfort, who have softened the karma and soothed the way for you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now in your mind's eye, see the golden dewdrops of Ananda pouring down upon you and upon all the others. Tebe tsu debeya, tebe tsu debeya, tebe tsu debeya. Ananda, Ananda. There's golden rings of light pouring down, golden dewdrops of light pouring within. Ananda, 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 radiating forth into the entire universe. Ananda, 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 da, da. My beloved, open your inner eye and see how very blessed you have been. How through all of the efforts which you have drawn into your life, through the others, you have drawn it in. See how blessed you are. There is a word in Japanese. The word is Okagesamede. Okagesamede. And it means, because of you, I am well. Because of you, I am well. And I say this to you at this moment. Because of you, I am well. Because of you, the others are well. Because of you, you yourself are well. And because of the others, you are well. Because of all of those whose efforts have gone into creating for you this beautiful, beautiful life. And so do not push them out. Do not say, oh no, I don't agree with their politics. Oh no, I don't agree with their behavior. Oh no, I don't like their shoes. Oh no, I don't like their haircuts. Let go of your opinions. Accept them. You don't have to like their behavior, but accept them. Yeah, yes, they're doing the best they can. It's not what you would like, for sure, but they are doing the best they can. Let them do the best they can. And you do the best you can. But see and stop and fill yourself and drink from life. Drink from the beauty and the bounty and the graciousness that we are living within. You are a part of this, the life with a capital L. You are a part of it. You can never separate yourself. And so, the woman, take the cone and dissolve it into something else. Let the incense flow up so that all will be blessed. Let the light flow up so that all will be blessed. Let the flowers' scent flow up so that all will be blessed. Let the water flow so that all will be quenched. The thirst will be quenched. As we go into this new moon in Sagittarius this week, ruled by the wonderful planet of Jupiter, accept the goodness that you are. Know you are good. You are good enough. And as Shelley said, if you don't think you're good enough, so what? Who cares? Accept it anyway. Accept the blessings of life anyway. If you don't feel you're good enough, well, c'est la vie. You don't feel you're good enough. Accept the blessings anyway. And they will continue to flow to you. And know you will never see, unless you are very, very high in the mountain in your meditation, you will never see your own goodness in fullness, and how the things that you have done, the words you have spoken, the kindnesses that you have shared with others have blessed them just as we have been blessed today. Namaste. Namaste. And thank you. Thank you for the blessings of your presence. Namaste. Namaste. Really. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for this wonderful yoga city and for all of your blessings. Feel your goodness at this moment. Shanti.